Man, I'm on this 303 baby timing, man. Hey, yo, Thriller, man, what we doing, gang? Hunters coming and make sure that paper going all around. I ain't trying to hit, I know these...
And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Sasha, a.k.a. Khalees, who is apparently fucking... What's this dude's name?
Bill Murray. Oh my God.
You know what's crazy about that?
Mr. Groundhog Day himself, Mr. Ghostbusters, bro.
Yeah, apparently they were like spotted at some sporting event. People think they're dating now. I don't know how true that is, but I did see it on the news today, like the actual news. Maybe that's the old man in me where I still believe like the news. Like, I don't know. So, there's certain things where it's like I don't care about the news. I care about the internet. Like I care about, like if I see a Fox News report about like, you know, people don't like working from home, I'm like, you're lying. You're lying because everyone on the internet wants to work from home forever. But
because you're literally asking like that, all those people in front of their bosses, like, yeah. Like, I definitely working at the office, sir. Thank you. And then the minute they like, yo, fuck this. I don't give a shit about the K cups. I don't give a fuck about the Keurig. I don't give a fuck about the break room. I don't give a fuck about none of this because I'm sick all the time. The shit sucks.
I spend sleep.
The office is never the right temperature.
It's never
always freezing.
Bro,
way too hot.
All right. I'm not trying to like jump on the train already, but like I told you, I'm highly caffeinated and I'm already smoked out. So here it goes. The reality is, offices are terrible, and I'll tell you the biggest menace that I've ever had to deal with in my entire life in an office culture. It's your boy Christian, aka Miles Morales, because I finished watching Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and we'll get into that later. But on the same train thought of why offices are terrible, I literally had. So if you go to like a regular offices, you got rows, right? You know, cubicles and everything. And we had one half, which is the sales department, and the other half, which was the account management department, right? And the account management, like, was so different from the sales department because if you've ever been in sales, like, everyone in sales is like pretty bunched up tight. They gotta get stuff done. Like, there's really no time to relax. Like, every month is just a new counter on everything, and that puts you in a certain mode. The account management team is not on that kind of mode. They're not on that kind of time. It was like the tale of two cities. You go over there, there's like giant pops displays. The menace. This man decided at 10 a.m. wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt on a Thursday of all things, not even Friday, to cook hot dogs on a hot dog roller. I wanted a fight so bad. Do you understand, like, what hatred you have to have inside of yourself to, like, cook hot dogs at 10 a.m. in an office setting?
In an office?
You're mad. You're mad. Yo, one time, offensive smells are triggering because they trigger a bunch of responses in my head. Bro, like people who have no consideration for the smells that they produce because of the food, it boggles my mind. Like, if you're gonna cook fish in the microwave, bro, at least tell me. Give me a warning sign. Tell me, listen, I'm about to put this in. It's gonna smell crazy for a little bit, but it's just what it is. I used to work at a storage facility, and we had the microwave inside of my office, right? So if we have guys who are like working on the facility, right? Like, you know, they have to work on the HVAC system or something like that. They're there for all day, right? They're not there like fucking for an hour or two. You get to know the guys, and one dude, he was West Indian dude, like full dread man, just like had the craziest plate, and it looked crazy in the tub, but I didn't realize what it was. He's like, "Hey brother, can I put this in the microwave?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, like go for it." Seeing that there was like juca in there, I was like, "Yo, this man's about to eat well." Yo, he cooked fish in my tiny ass office. In my tiny office with no windows. I was so angry. Why do this to me? Don't offend me with the sense. Sorry.
That's crazy because like he got to eat it and then leave the office, and you just have to stay there.
Bro, he went right into his truck. He went right into his truck, rolled down the windows, like put his feet up, like he was enjoying. He was like, "This is a wonderful like Wednesday afternoon. Like I'm enjoying my wife's like cassava and fish stew. It looked wonderful, but like, bro, it's a little crazy. You got to be a little considerate, and don't microwave fish, and don't cook hot dogs at 10 a.m. Sorry.
On the Oh, and this is Joey, by the way.
Yes, it's Thriller from the Three, aka Joey from NMT, aka Thriller Garavani, aka Damier Thriller, aka we're back with it this week.
I like this. I like this.
I just want to say, on the other side of that argument, well, not like the other side, the same side, but like a different perspective. Sometimes I want to eat. Like sometimes I'm annoyed that I can't bring fish to work. I really like fucking fish. Like if I'm working from home, okay, don't judge. Don't nobody judge me right now. Nobody judge me. But I have developed a liking for canned tuna. It's canned salmon. It's not
There's
that
nothing
bad.
to judge about that. It's not.
Canned salmon is kind of fucking good for what it is. I was gonna bring some to work the other day. Yeah, it was for a session. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring some salmon in a can to work and some rice
with some crackers,
and that'll be my lunch. But I was like, you know what? Like, I don't want to offend the office that way. But like now, but it was funny because like I didn't get in my head about it until like right before I had to leave for work. So it's like 7:40. I'm supposed to be at the office at 8, and I'm looking at the can, and I'm like, damn, should I really like bring this to work? And I'm like, you know what? I can't do it to him. But now I don't have lunch, so now I gotta go out and buy my own fucking lunch. So now I waste some money.
Yeah.
Now I gotta eat
my do for you.
If I'm gonna eat my canned salmon, I want to eat my canned salmon in the house. All right. I don't want to feel
give
shame.
you relief.
Let us work
I'm gonna
remote.
give you relief. We should work remote, but let me give you relief. You're good to eat fish and fish products. Just don't be putting it in the microwave because the microwave makes it smell crazy.
Yeah.
That shit will stay in an office for like weeks. Like it will live in the microwave. Everything you microwave from that point on will have fish essence. Like it is like you're cooking popcorn, fish. Like it doesn't matter, bro. Trout popcorn. I'm sure somebody likes it, but
I would honestly argue,
not
and this is. I think popcorn microwaving smells way worse than fish.
Ooh, that's a little
You microwave
controversial.
popcorn for 3 seconds too long, it smells like vomit. It's like burnt butter.
Okay. I'll agree with you, but that's why you got a popcorn setting. Learn how to use it. It's only 2 buttons.
It doesn't work the same on every microwave with every bag of popcorn that's ever existed.
It kind of does. It kind of
No,
does.
you know what it does?
I've learned to
You know what it
trust the
does?
popcorn setting. I've learned to
You know
trust
what
the
it does,
popcorn
though?
setting.
It's like you use the popcorn setting, and you will get 96 kernels left over. That's like a full bag of popcorn left. It never gives you the full thing. But if you do it yourself, you're burning 2 pieces of popcorn. All the kernels are popped. Those 2 burnt pieces, they've infected your clothes, your hair, your fucking nails.
I
it just
agree.
stinks.
Burnt popcorn is awful, especially burnt microwave popcorn. It's like
You gotta figure out how the movie theaters do it. They just keep popcorn rolling all day, and it still smells good. It never doesn't smell like butter.
Yeah,
because they're not using a
smells like
microwave,
butter. Right?
And they're literally using actual kernels, and they have an oil mixture, and it's like a little tumbler, so it keeps everything nice and fresh and popping and moving and heating, so things don't get burnt. Because the minute they, just like physics, like as the things pop, they just kind of overflow and they don't get cooked because they're not on the bottom of the pan. But it is a wonderful gimmick. I love that shit. I love popcorn.
You know what's funny? I feel like that's like a moment in your adulthood when like you are over movie popcorn. I feel like there's a point in there's a point in every adult's life where they go from like, okay, I'm gonna go,
nice,
especially
though.
like our age. There's a point where you're a kid, you're a teenager. I know for me personally, like my mom would give me $20. Me and my boys would go to the movies. We would go to one movie,
Wacky
get some
Wednesday?
popcorn, sneak into 6 other movies, and just have like even if it was. We snuck into
$5
Moulin
Wednesdays?
Rouge once. It was weird.
Did you touch each other? I'll tell you about my most sus moment after this, just because this brings some good memories. Thank you.
You sucked a man up in the movie theater. Nice.
I got my dick sucked during Bruno.
By a man.
And it was a woman. But it was the scene where his penis was twirling around and then just like stops dead into the camera and then speaks and says Bruno. So I still have conflicting feelings about that, like many years later, over a decade, like plus. And
you could have closed your eyes. You could have closed your eyes. And you chose not to.
I was enjoying the movie at first, but then that happened, and I was like, "This changes it all." The dynamic of this film is
so now you enjoy it
different.
in a different way.
Yeah, so leave the girl who sucked you off's in the comments, so we know who it is. Isn't that weird that you can probably just about most people you've had sex with? Isn't that a weird thing? Like the other day, I was like on my Facebook, and like I don't use Facebook, but I like bumped into somebody who I had sex with when I was like 19 on Facebook, and I'm like scrolling through. I'm like, oh man, like she's got like a husband and a couple kids now. Good for her. Like, but I'm like, why do I have a connection to this person? Like, I fucked this girl when I was 19 years old, and I think she was like my third Facebook friend. Like, why is she? Why is she still sitting there? Why do I still have access? It's a very strange thing.
Listen. Sometimes those work in your favor. You know, they're the folks that are gonna donate to your GoFundMe, without hesitation. They're gonna be the ones that will like say a prayer for you and like really mean it. You know what I'm saying? So respect to that Facebook friend that's sticking around since high school.
I deleted her. I haven't talked to her since then. I don't even know why she's there. I just like
I got middle school friends on Facebook. Like. Bro, you know what's crazy? I know a middle school couple. Shout out to Cassandra and what's his name? Jose? I can't remember. Shout out to them because they've literally been together since 7th grade. We're the same age.
Wow.
They have 3 children. Bro, that's
good for them.
I don't think that's that crazy. I feel like it's not talked about enough that like if you get with somebody young, you're more likely to stay with them. It's not really talked about enough. I feel like because obviously like people want to date people they have stuff in common with. But who are you gonna have more in common with than people you grow up with?
Okay, but like, that's the point.
A lot of people change.
That's the point.
A lot of people do grow together, but a lot of people change and grow apart. I feel like
most people grow together. Change. I just don't think it's like in the lexicon to like be together when you're 15. Like no one's telling you to like look for your husband at 15, but like you should.
Okay, and here we go. Bringing it full circle to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and thinking about people's canon event. Those are canon events. Those are moments in your life that fork your journey. You know, like it gives you a couple paths. You know. You could have saw Jessica's titties because she said she wanted to show you her titties. You could decide not to and be loyal, or decide to see them and not say anything to anyone. It doesn't matter. But those are canon events. Those are moments in your life that set you on a path. Like it's the pebble. What is it? The butterfly flap into the earthquake. Kind of the same thing. So think about what you're going to do next when you see somebody's titties. Will it affect a few million people's death in some other country?
That was a crazy ramble. But I do like the whole the use of a canon event. For those who don't know, a canon event, it's something in a show where basically like something pivotal happens, right? And I've been thinking about the internet joke of like, oh, this girl cheated on me, but I had to let it happen because it's a canon event. It's something that's going to change, alter the course of the person's story. And it's funny because I've been thinking I don't ever think about canon events until recently. I've been thinking about filler. There's some times where I go to sleep. There's some days where I go to sleep and I think this was a fucking filler. This was a filler ass day. Nothing happened today of value.
You've had a lot of canon events. What are you talking about? You are like canon, like city, like you are like an action-packed anime. You know, you are like somebody. You are a patient animator that waited till all the manga was released. The source materials rich, beautiful world building. You are full of canon events. Maybe you're having filler episodes now, and you're more stable, like airy. You know, I guess mindset. And I say that delicately, you know, because everyone's
I am trying to literally move. Like I am trying to move and looking for a new job, so like it's not that stable.
But I mean, like in the more secure person that you are. That's what I mean.
I don't have a lot of canon events. I think I just have really entertaining filler. Wow. I have filler that you watch and you go, "Oh shit, I didn't know this was filler." I'm pretty much One Piece, yes.
You're One Piece. You've been going on forever, but like you've been on forever, but nobody. But it's full of you. You don't even know what's a canon or a filler. Sometimes it's filler seasons, bro. Filler seasons are crazy. You remember when
I'm having
Bleach
a filler season summer? I feel like my summer is a fillers. No, it's not because I'm still like looking for new opportunities. But I've definitely last summer was a lot of. Last summer was it canon?
Filler
There was
activities.
a lot of canon last summer. There was a lot going on last summer, and I didn't really even realize it was going on until it was going on. And but I feel like I've had a pretty stable year.
Yeah.
Time to fuck it up and move to New York.
Fuck it all up. Let me roll the dice with life. And listen, man, we're all doing it. We're doing it in our different ways. Even people who seek stability, like actively, I get it, but it's also a little scary because I think everything is just random chaos for the most part. That's just my personal opinion. I know we all strive for that, but I
seek stability, chaos. But I seek perfect stability. You know what I mean? I'm never like there was a time my girl was over here. She's like, damn it. She's like looking out my apartment window and she's like, damn, you want to give this up to go back to New York? And I was like, I don't have a community here. You know, it's a nice apartment. Don't worry about what I'm saying. But I've said that on this podcast before. You just be high. But yeah, like, I'm seeking perfect canon event for the podcast. I'm seeking perfect stability. I want to look out of my. I want to look around every day and just be good. I don't want to think about where I can improve. I just want everything to be good. And I know it's like unrealistic for a lot of people, but like I'm a product of the internet and I see people doing better than me on Instagram and I have to defeat them.
That's
and I will. And I will.
Let's learn a little bit about social media and its pitfalls. Don't fall into the trap because no one's doing that well. If they are, you got to wonder what they're doing to do that well. Remember, someone's happiness always equals somebody's unhappiness, is all I'm saying. You're profiting off of something. If you feel like you're every part.
I do. There are times where like somebody who has more than me will say something and I'm like, I don't want your life. Like, for example, there's a point where Kevin Hart was saying that like, he's trying to be a billionaire. He's trying to like have his media company and his comedy and movie stars and blah, author or whatever. And he's doing it. But he's telling a joke on stage about how like he does not really be fucking his wife like that. Like, he's just like, babe,
he doesn't have time.
He's like, babe, do you want to be billionaires or you want to get some dick? I'm the type of nigga where it's like, first of all, this is after he cheated on his wife, so that's crazy.
That's crazy to say, bro. That's crazy.
You literally cheated on her, and then on top of that, like, you're publicly airing out that you don't fuck your wife. I don't think I want. We can cut the money off right there. I don't ever want to lose the lust for women I have or fucking. I don't. And by the way, like, a third of Kevin Hart's money, I'd be good with the rest of my life. Like, you could have stopped there. I don't know why you're still doing stuff. I don't know why you're still starting podcast channels and networks, bro. Like, who is this for? Generational wealth's not even real, bro. Your kids can fuck that money up in a week, a couple generations for real if they wanted to. Four bad investments, and you are broke, my friend. Fuck a generational wealth. And how many kids does he have? 3? And he got a baby mom or ex-wife. I don't know if it's ex-wife or baby mom. Another wife. I think he's got like 4 kids, right? You got a lot, bro. There's a lot of people connected to the money.
Kevin Hart info.
That can very much fuck it up. Kevin Hart's you know what's crazy? He's a billionaire. He's everywhere.
Crazy info dump, bro. You were just like, I got 3, 4. She's got a ex-wife, baby mom. You about to spit his blood type, brother. Just give him a little minute. Give him a minute. He's cooking still, bro. He's trying to figure that shit out. No, respect to Kevin Hart. I get it. It's the vision. Maybe it's not generational wealth for him at this point. It's more legacy. Like, what's he going to leave behind? And, you know, like, there's a lot of comedians that are concerned with that, especially, like, black comedians, because they don't just get to be, like good comedians. Like, they have to be fucking amazing comedians for you to remember them past their lifetime.
Race.
Like,
bro, we have to release
they have
ourselves
to identify
from
the entire construct, which is it's ridiculous.
We have to release ourselves from the idea of legacy, because, bro, there's people right now who have there's like people who are adults who don't know who Robin Williams is. I think that's crazy. Like, Robin Williams,
that's
fucking
not
genie.
True.
Dude,
bro,
that is very true.
There are not adults.
That is very true.
That
do you know
not know
any
what
21? So, do you know any 21-year-olds sitting around like, man, Patch Adams was my favorite movie? No.
Aladdin was their favorite movie or something, bro. Yo, back up. What is...
No, Aladdin might have not been. There's been... as someone who watches as much kid media as you do, you have to know that there's a lot of shit that's come out since Aladdin. Maybe they didn't see it.
Bro, you... Let it go.
They're not talking about Flubber, G. There is somebody in medical school right now who has never seen Flubber. Never. There's no such thing as legacy. Everything will be forgotten.
Flubber
I was tore up. I was tore up when Robin Williams died. And I'm,
that was not a cool one. Like, I mean, beyond the fact that it's actually like it hits very close to home for me. Like, it's also like yeah, that was a shocking one, because it was like the way he went and how quick it kind of felt. Like, he was like on a show that he was like producing with his daughter, and it was this like sweet fucking thing that he's like finally like, making everything go full circle, and like. Damn. What do people say now? Unalive? That is the most ridiculous thing. You can't say dead or died.
It's not that you can't. It's not that you can't. Let's remember where it came from. People said it so they could get their things to pass the algorithm on social media. That's the reason.
That's crazy though.
TikTok was suppressing your views or banning you if you said suicide.
Yeah, and TikTok is albeit they're the one on top, but they're a private company. There could be another social media giant that can step in, make some new shit, and then now we have to say unbirthed or some shit.
That's crazy, right? Like, because like
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't give a shit.
I don't know. I think it's a little weird to get weird. To that point. To like you're mincing, like we can say things are dead. You know what I'm saying? People, things, or I mean, that's life. It's life and death. Literally, that's the meaning of it. Like, there's no immortality. Like, and even if Kevin Hart's trying to achieve that, actually, that makes a better movie than anything we have ever come up with. Kevin Hart's journey to immortality.
Wow.
Like, he's going to.
All right, well, then
how did we get there?
If it's like that, I mean, if it's like that, then hey, if it's like that, then right now, why don't you just go put on Shutter Island and watch it with your kids? That's if it's all about. We could just talk about death. We could just talk about death. Go watch, Dante's Inferno with your children right now.
Actually, can you watch that? Is there something to watch? Dante's Inferno? You mean like the anime?
That's a movie.
No, it's a book. It's a very famous poem.
There's an animated version of it. There's
a very famous poem. It's from Dante Alighieri's. Like,
isn't there a movie? Am I tripping? Yeah, there's
You're
definitely
not
a movie of
There's
Dante's
an animated movie of it.
La
Yeah,
Vita
and
Nuova?
it's sick.
No, I'm thinking.
There's
What's
an
the one
animated
with?
film.
It's got Tom Hanks in it.
Yeah, like you're right. Tom Hanks. You're thinking about what's the stupid thing? Angels and Demons.
The Da Vinci Code?
Tom Hanks Inferno.
The Da Vinci Code.
There's also Tom Hanks Inferno.
Dude, no. Dante's Inferno is
So
a real poem.
Watch the Da Vinci Code and Shutter Island with your children because death is death. It's fine.
Da Vinci Code is cool. Like, Da Vinci Code... I mean, Shutter Island might be a little too...
What the fuck are you saying,
weird.
bro?
Like, he drowns.
I'm just saying, Shutter Island's a movie. Shutter Island's just a very gruesome, dark movie about death and suicide.
Why is that on the top of your mind?
That's not the same as saying
Shutter Island.
Death.
Shutter Island fucked me up. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's complicated like algorithms. Like,
event.
you like why you don't like the algorithm just nitpicks at things. Like, you don't have to like it's not gonna get super specific until the thing is banned and then it's sent to a hey, let me appeal this, and then it's sent to a person. But like, let's just trim the fat and keep it lighthearted here. You know what I mean? Like, let's just rule out death on this app, and then if something like, you know what I mean?
Well,
I get what you mean,
but
then it'll be
that,
like crime. It'll be like crime murder, like podcasters be like, and he unalived himself. It's like, fucking shit. Like, we can definitely just say it at this point.
I mean, no, because it's a podcast. You can have your podcast be on YouTube where you talk about death all you want, but on our Chinese platform, you're gonna keep it light. You're gonna keep it keep it cool.
PG.
Yeah,
exactly. Although it's funny, it's like funny though, because I do agree with you that like now that we have like a different word and it means the same thing, like what's the point of censoring it? I get it though.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of how like language, one-way language evolves. Like, we have this cultural phenomenon, this app, and they want to dictate what goes through their app, which is how we communicate. Therefore, now we got to communicate the ways of this app. I get it.
Do you remember the cringiest moment of our millennial lives when they put bootylicious in Webster's dictionary?
Yeah, man.
Which nobody has used since then. I think I'm the first person to use bootylicious in 20 years.
I never used booty. Like it's
Never used it.
It was never a good
Never
word.
used it in my life.
It was like it's
It
a
was
song
not.
title, like as a joke, kind of like.
Bootylicious for you, babe.
But that was like
Why-
so groundbreaking. Remember that when it was like did
I know
Webster
you're
just
ready
put that
for
in there
this jam.
for no
Racism
reason?
is solved.
Who asked for it?
Racism solved with Beyonce
They
and
were like,
Destiny's
yo,
Child.
if we throw this in
I don't
there,
think you're
maybe
ready
this
for
will,
this
maybe Bootylicious will get us a little bit of slack on reparations.
Webster really just solved
just-
it all. Webster
That's
was
the
like,
episode
hey,
title.
yo,
They tried.
That's the episode title. The dictionary defines bootylicious as ... Bootylicious, adjective. That's the episode title.
it literally the whole episode, like now I have the idea of what the cover art. It's just gonna be like the entry into Merriam-Webster and what it actually defines. This is great. You know
Why
Canon.
did Webster do that?
This is
Was like
canon event now.
was there? Did the dictionary have like bad press going on and needed like a diversion? Because
They were like,
nobody.
damn.
When was that done?
Didn't they put
When was that done? I have a theory.
Didn't they put
have a
bling
theory.
bling in the dictionary too? Didn't bling
Yes.
bling go in there?
Bling bling is
Again,
in there.
I'm
When did they enter
100%
Bootylicious?
sure Lil Wayne did
I have a
not
theory.
ask for bling bling to be in the dictionary. So why
Definitely
is that?
didn't.
When
I
bling
don't
bling
think-
got in the dictionary, Lil Wayne could not even contact the news.
He was not reading, bro.
He couldn't
was
even
not
read.
reading at that time. That was before the Carter 3. Like that was crazy, bro. Like that was number one stunner. Like
Number one stunner. Wop wop wop.
the number what?
How come when I typed in Bootylicious into Google, the first thing that came up is Bootylicious muffins? Am I gonna search it?
Absolutely.
Because
Bootylicious muffins.
Bootylicious high protein muffins, Amazon.com.
Because you're trying to get a booty.
Oh, so they're protein muffins.
Yeah.
Yeah, protein muffins. Calling them bootylicious is crazy. I mean, are they doing that because we eat ass now?
It's marketing. Yeah, it's marketing.
That could be good marketing.
Booty
So no, I am not the
It's more
first
than
person
just
to use
eating ass.
bootylicious.
Dictionary.
I'm not the first person to use bootylicious in 20 years. Apparently, somebody has
Yeah.
based
Somebody
their
used it
entire
today.
brand around it.
Yeah.
Somebody used it today.
Somebody made a
sent out
product.
an email. Somebody
Somebody
sent
checked
out an
out.
email with bootylicious at bootylicious.com. I
Yo,
want
wait,
you to know that
that's-
somebody logged into an Outlook 365 today, and literally put like their first and last name at bootylicious.com or net. I think this is a .com situation because you really just got to own the space.
2004. Bootylicious was
Okay.
added to the Oxford
have
English Dictionary in 2004, according to Wikipedia. But it was,
was gonna
first
make a bad
used in
joke.
92.
I was gonna make a joke. This is the reason why 9/11 happened. That was definitely the canon event for America. Like that was, but 2004 is a little late. So you know,
Wow.
maybe it's just Afghanistan. Invading Afghanistan
Wow.
was our canon event from that moment. We entered Bootylicious and we decided weapons of mass destruction.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it.
9/11 was a
Wow.
canon event. It was a bootylicious canon event.
It was a Bootylicious canon event.
So we could
That's cool.
So we could
Sponsored by
raid.
Bootylicious.
So we could invade Afghanistan for their bling bling, aka their crude oil.
Crude oil and the bling bling, because all you have to do is steal jewels from a crumb royalty, and during the spoils of war, it belongs to you now. Now it's part of the assets that you collected.
I was gonna ask if Bootylicious
I'm gonna
Muffins
get
would
murdered.
sponsor us.
I'm so gonna get
But,
murdered. Very
Bootylicious
I'm gonna-
Muffins will definitely not sponsor us because why are you $32 for 12 muffins? That's crazy.
What?
We're in a recession.
Those are
Somebody
gotta be the
will pay
driest
it.
muffins, bro.
Somebody will
Those
pay
are
what I
it.
gotta be
hate
the
about-
driest muffins.
This is a very niche complaint I have, but like I hate that protein products are so expensive when all they use is whey protein, which is like leftover
cheapest.
remnants of milk. It's just leftover remnants. That's what it is. It's
Right.
milk dust. It's the
Right.
shit that's
Milk
filtered out of milk. You eat it.
So
That's what it
so
is.
this begs to mind. Why don't you make your own protein powder? Get yourself a cow, because you live in Detroit. You might as well live in Farmtown. you can definitely get a cow and milk it.
What is your idea of Detroit where you think there's a farm anywhere near
Bro,
me?
you're like 5 minutes from like a farm. Don't even lie, bro. That shit is... You gotta stop lying. Bro, you make 5 minutes to the
farm?
left, and you... If there is not 5 minutes away, somebody... You were lying. That's only because you haven't left 5 minutes away from your house. That's why.
That
you
is
literally
true. I
go
don't
like...
go anywhere.
See? You
I do
need
not
to
go anywhere, but I am
touch
in the
grass.
metropolitan area. There's nowhere to put a cow in my studio apartment. I hate to tell you.
I think you get yourself a Shetland cow. Get one of those like mini cows. Feed that bitch. Just pump out protein powder. Yo, that's raw from the source, bro. Think about all the what are they RBHT in that shit?
Ew.
All the fucking natural fucking folic acids that you're gonna get.
Why would you get a cow? You
jacked.
You actually
I
have
don't
the
have space for a cow. No, that's
you
another
do.
mouth
And
to
your
feed.
neighbors wouldn't
Don't
even
do that
notice.
to me. Why would you want to make me feed more things, bro? I'm not doing that. Like a cow is mad. Like I said that
Just
as a
trade
joke.
one of your
Now
kids
you got
for a
me
cow,
stressed out.
Just trade one of your kids for a cow.
I mean, eventually you have to kill it, right? So you need like 2 cows. You need a cow and a bull. So because you need to have like a never-ending source.
Or you could just buy another one.
Trade your children for
Well, if you need-
livestock.
We say, and if you get 2, then you need like 4, right? Because you don't want to have too many genetic redundancies. You don't want to have a really special cow.
See, now it's getting crazy. Now there's too many animals.
Now it's getting crazy.
Now
Now
it's
I gotta
getting
have a whole
crazy.
farm of cows.
Now you gotta have a farm. Now you gotta pay more
I
property
gotta be
taxes.
a bovine expert.
Yeah,
bro,
man.
mad taxes. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fight in the Right to Repair Act because I'm gonna have to fix my own farm equipment, and I can't because Deere Equipment apparently locks that out. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I know this because my brain
See?
gets really specific into things, and it finds out shit like this all the time. Literally.
I mean, all
useful
of this
shit.
is worth it to be jacked for the low, honestly. So
That'd
I
be
say
crazy,
do it.
right? Like you don't have to go to the gym, right? You could just literally lift like bales of hay like all day and just be fucking ripped. Why are there? We need more jack farmers. If you're a jack farmer, tap in. Let us know in the comments. Drop a like, subscribe. This is for jack farmers only. Now the podcast.
You know what though? You gotta give a shout out to the farmers that aren't jacked, because damn, you really fucked up, dog. Like your job is manual labor, and you eat fresh meat all the time, and you're still not jacked.
you're
You're
just
doing
fat.
something wrong, dude. Because now you're just
not
a
even, like,
skinny
working
weird, a skinny fat weirdo who's dirty all the time and smells like cow shit. You don't even have that like hot manure coming off your chest, off your barrel chest. You know, you're just a bird-chested weirdo. I've seen some ugly ass farmers. Like if I'm gonna work labor, I better be sexy because of it, for sure.
Yeah, you're not gonna be sexy for it.
Damn, that's
reality.
crazy. Those
because
farmers ain't do shit to you. That's foul.
That's you know what farmers are important. Okay, you
know
are
what's funny? I actually do
the
remember-
Democrats attacking all of the farmers today. You fucking liberal piece of shit.
You know what's funny though? I actually do remember like the first moment I did feel jacked as a kid. This memory just popped back in my head. I remember I want to say 12 or 13, and it was snowing, and one of my boys was like, yo, let's just go shovel driveways for money. And we would just go around shoveling driveways, and I think I made we did it a few times. I think the most I ever made in one day was like 400 something, but in the least was like 125, which is crazy for, 2000. And we were shoveling snow, and then like the one day I came home after like a full day of it, and I took off all my fucking, snow gear or whatever. I remember looking in the mirror like, what the fuck? I'm fucking Goku, dude. My fucking arms all pumped up from shoveling snow. My fucking body's all like red. Everything's like pulsating. Like I'm just like, oh fucking yeah. I'm all in. And here I am 20 years later, jacked out of my fucking mind. I can definitely bench more than everyone in my office. So, yeah, because that's a good skill to have.
It is a good skill. Really, ultimately, it is. I mean, you're kind of running shit. Like if everything just went back to base, like if you had a pandemic breakout, like you're not looking to the smallest, meekest person. You're looking to the most jacked immediately. Like, sir, what shall we do? All us lemmings need to follow you. You definitely can survive longer than all of us. Like it's like one of the funniest things in my mind is that the minute the apocalypse happens, one of the first few things that's going to happen, all small breed dogs, they're dead. All of them. That is the funniest shit in the world to me. I don't know why, but I love that fact. I love the idea that literally human society's done and just like a third of dogs are gone. Like for no reason. Just because they're small. They're shitty.
Well,
they don't provide use. They're not even doing anything.
Like how does it happen?
How does it happen? It's because like they're just easily like prey. That's really what it is. They can't fend for themselves. They can't fend for themselves as well. Like if you have like a normal sized dog that can run, leap, hunt, sniff for things, it'll survive. But you got your mommy's Chihuahua. Benito is out, bro. Over for his life all day.
Oh,
the first eagle that sees him. So like just
do you want to hear? Do you want this podcast to take an extremely dark turn?
Yes, dark.
I already it's gonna be real dark, so I need you both.
I celebrated dog death. I celebrated dog death.
It's getting a lot darker than that. I need you both to agree to how dark it's gonna get.
I vote yes.
Okay, so trigger warning. There's a thing going around on TikTok. Well, not a thing going around. It's just like a common piece of thought that I see from women a lot, that like no apocalypse movie is accurate because of the fact that like if they were accurate, all women would be like raped immediately, because like that's kind of how society was in like the Middle Ages. Like it was kind of a free for all, and like women and like there's I just keep seeing different women post this exact TikTok of like they're like if apocalypse happens, I'm killing myself because I do not want to go through what I know is going to happen and it has happened so many times in history. Like women will be currency immediately.
I don't think so. You know why? Because now we have enough genetic biodiversity in human beings that there are women that can absolutely outman, outgun, and even the delicate word that I just used but literally like just outsmart like men in general. You can get like a society of women in minutes. Like I feel like that would happen immediately. Like the first, like you see a stud and you following that stud to the end of the fucking earth, because that stud is not only strapped, they're fit. They can protect.
That stud is raping women.
Nah, that stud is bro.
Damn, give a trigger warning, bro.
Damn, bro.
I thought you only had to do that once. We're already in it. We're in the dark zone. Nigga, everything goes at this point.
We entered the shadow zone. We entered the shadow zone. Yeah, we really did. We're shadow banned forever.
I will say that you are correct though, because like a lot of dudes, like that's why there's all this alpha male content, is because so many dudes are like so aggressively meek. Like it doesn't just happen anymore where you're a man and you're strong and you're a woman and you're weak. Like there are dudes where like
the IT professionals, they're dead first. They're first. All the IT professionals. How many IT professionals you know are Sasha size?
Dude, can you imagine how if you heard the apocalypse was on the rise and you were just looking at a Teams message like these are the skills I have now? I'm a 6 feet tall, 130 pounds, and I'm a software engineer, and the world is crumbling around me.
There is no place for me. There is no place for me. I should have learned how to chop wood.
That'd be so funny. It'd be like I literally just pictured like I literally just pictured like a dude like on Teams, and like somebody like on Teams like, sorry team, like it's over, like the sky is turning red, and some guy's like, oh no, I'm finished, and then like from behind him my hands punch through the wall and grab him by the neck, and I'm like, you're food now, bitch.
No, you don't do that. You just subjugate them. At that point, you subjugate. You look for subjugation out of people.
You know what I'm doing?
They need to worship you.
Dude, during the apocalypse,
Stop acting like I'm not attractive.
I am eating the bodies of every single person that's in HR. Like if your job is HR, I'm eating your flesh. Like you are to be destroyed. Because there's no use for you.
Of the C-level executives are dead. All of them. All C-level employees are all dead. Like if you got a C in front of your title, you're dead. If you got an E, you're dead. V, I don't want to hear nothing. You're all food. All food. We know your address. We know your address. Don't act like we don't. You literally are telling us we know where you live.
Could you imagine? Wait, I just had another picture in my mind. The picture in my mind is like, I establish a colony, right? I'm one of the heads of the colony. We're in a big democratic kind of thing, right?
That makes sense.
I'm wearing the bones of HR people and pelts and whatnot. And somebody comes into the village and they say, can I join you? Can I join your people? I've been on the land for days. I'm just trying to find safety. And I'm like, what was your occupation in the old world? And he goes, I was the CFO for Macy's. CFO, what's that stand for? Chief Financial Officer. And I just grab him by the neck and I say, I'm chief.
Honestly, you ever saw Dr. Stone?
Yes.
Okay, that is literally like the main villain. The main villain is a 17-year-old jacked man called like Tarzan or some shit like that. And he's so fucking physically gifted that once the world ends and there's one person that revives, and he's so smart that he figures out he needs certain people back. And he revives this one person who's obviously this like physical marvel. And his entire drive for the next few seasons is literally to just smash every old person that is turned into stone to make sure we don't revive any of the weak ever again. And literally just creates
funny?
a society of strong. Like literally you're great at hearing.
I stopped watching Dr. Stone after so the premise of Dr. Stone is everyone in the world turns to stone, and the one smart kid, like, I guess he's able to like, continue consciousness while everything's in stone. He somehow figures out how to get out of the stone after years of being encapsulated in it, and he does all this, sciencey shit to like revive people who have been in stone. And after the moment he revived the jacked kid from his high school, I lost my mind, because in the moment he revives him, he's also being chased by lions. So he like pours some potion on him. Yeah, he pours some potion on him. The kid revives, and immediately after being frozen in stone for like 30 years, punches a lion as his first act out of the stone. And I lost my mind laughing. I was like, I can't watch the show anymore. It's not going to get better than this moment. I was like, I have to stop it right here. I lost
It does get better, bro. It does get better, because there's so many moments like that. Like, you completely get flabbergasted by the just the acts. And my favorite thing is seeing like scientists or people who are I guess are experts in fields react to Dr. Stone and his science. And it's the funniest shit. It's like accurate more than half the time. It's like the information there, 85% accurate. You can trust Dr. Stone. That's way more than a government. I'm just saying.
Well, like I said, I'm glad we've debunked that in the apocalypse, women would not be currency. I think it'll be the tech bros, the finance bro. Being a finance bro, you dedicated your whole life to green paper that is now no longer valuable.
All the hedge fund managers.
Actually, you know what though?
We're eating your ass first.
You know what there's going to be though? A lot of these tech bros are bros in that they're really like, they spend all their money at Equinox Gym and on supplements because they make $250,000 a year. So I think there's going to be a movement of people, of these tech bros trying to reestablish capitalism using their muscles, because they're jacked. A lot of tech bros are jacked, dude. They were on lacrosse teams, they were D1, and then they got a fucking
they might be tall.
rip. So they went to business school.
They might be tanned, but I can tell you for sure they have no survival skills. Nothing's kicked in. They're focused on Top Golf. They're not focused on fucking storing enough fucking canned foods in their house and fucking learning how to build fires. They've got another fucking Uber technician to come by and fix everything. Fucking Postmates or whatever the equivalent is at this point to do the work for them. Okay, those bros are dead. Quick.
So what you're saying is
managers, dead.
Let's bring it full circle. So you're saying the office environment is not preparing us for the apocalypse because I can't eat my canned tuna. I can't eat my canned salmon in there.
You can't.
That's what I'm supposed to be eating in the apocalypse, my canned salmon.
You're learning the basics. You're learning the basics of survival. And I'm glad that you're from now on, fight for your right to eat canned salmon. It's totally fine in my opinion. Don't feel bad about that. Do not cook fish in a microwave. You will be flogged. I hope
you know what? You're right.
Everyone beats you.
Let's bring it. Let's compromise here, right? So I'm not gonna microwave my canned salmon in the office, but to prepare for the apocalypse, I will roast it over a fire in the office.
Ooh. Okay. What if we do the roof?
Stoke a bonfire.
We get like a yakitori upstairs on the roof, and you could just like learn how to work with coals or how to turn things into coal, because that's you got to learn that.
Yeah, what the fuck is coal? I don't even know what coal is.
Well, literally, you have to burn wood at a certain temperature to get it compressed enough so you can have coal that literally will turn itself into a more reliant fuel that lasts longer.
You gotta start sharing this media with me, because I feel like I'm in a very toxic place with the media I consume. I consume a lot of podcasts. No, because I consume a lot of podcasts with comedians, and they're all talking about LA and da 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 da, and like
fuck L.
I want to learn things. So like one of my favorite podcasts right now is about animals, the Wild Times podcast with Forrest Galante.
Oh, that's good.
A wildlife explorationist. So whatever podcast you're listening to that's telling you how to make coal, I need that, bro. I need that.
I learned that from barbecue pitmasters, honestly, because they learn how to fucking do hardwood lumps themselves. It's like an old Texas method. Just how there's somebody's entire job to like literally shovel fucking hardwood lump, make it coal, then put it into the coal pile so you can start using it for smoking. Bro, those are the people that are surviving the longest. Yo, all the pit masters, they're surviving everybody out. They figured out how to do clean smoke cooking, right? I'm gonna tell you this, right? Because all the novices are gonna start cooking with fire. Immediately let everybody know where they're at. So while everybody's stuck eating canned tuna and canned salmon, to bring it full circle again, we're doing we're doing a Andy McDonald, a Tony Hawk, if you will, to bring it back. You won't be stuck eating cold canned salmon. You'll get some nice 24-hour brisket with no smoke. When you
make the fire underground, right?
Oh, no. If you learn how to manage your fire, you can make it to a point where smoke will not be emitting. You'll just see like heat vapor, not actual smoke. So white smoke that gives off your location. Not happening with the pitmaster. I'm just saying there's science behind it. I'm gonna follow those people also. The Jack people and the pitmasters. We're going.
I did see something the other day that was like something about like making underground fires so that like don't give away your location.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you can also you like cook food on one end and it like ventilates itself in the other. And
yeah.
This is what I need more of. This is what I need more of in my life. I want to be good at more things like fire. I want to be good at fire.
It's very basic. It's so stupid that that we don't get like taught this, because so I feel like society has tried to move away from these kind of sources, but we're talking about something that can be renewable if we take care of it, right? Like if we're seeing trees that get struck down by animals or fucking storms or anything like that, and they dry out and season themselves, that's free fucking that's free fuel. Like you can turn that into charcoal if it's hardwood, if it's or any kind of wood. You can eventually, I think. The only one is punk wood because it's not actual wood. But yeah, you learn this shit. And fire management is literally just not letting fat touch fire. Because fire always does what? Burn.
You know what I want to see in the apocalypse? I want to see how long it would take art to come back. If there was just some if you just blinked, right, and it was like Constantine world, everything was on fire, everything was just nothing was left. How long before, once we figured out survival, how long before we would just be recreational in our shit and make sculptures again and statues? When did that happen in human history? I don't even know. When did man? Well, I mean, we have cave paintings. I don't know how
it's pretty fast
when that happened.
Well, because you got to understand that they're using art as a tool. So especially early civilization, early man was using art to depict a warning, hey, don't fuck with those big fucking things that have tusks coming out of their face, because they stomp you out and they kill you. Or if this part of the animal is really delicious, so they draw it out, literally just these kind of we marvel at it as the man's attempt at depicting themselves, right? Like this kind of image of like, what do I look like, and what that place looks like, especially in that time, like no mirror, like you're just like basing off like, can you imagine never seeing your face?
No,
maybe water, maybe the reflection in the water, right, like that exists still, but like you're not seeing it in a lot of places, in my opinion, at that time. So that's crazy. Cave paintings are crazy at that. So the answer to your question, how fast, it depends on what we're doing. If we look back at the drawings as depictions of safety precautions, I think extremely fast. I think within the next couple days, somebody's gonna have like chalk on them and draw out exit here, and it's gonna be like Banksy, like it's gonna be like a real warning. But like it's like, yo, that was cool. Can you remember that original? Like when all of society fell, but who do we get? Like some kind.
But when
of
does it come back recreationally? Like when are we just like, okay, we know how to make fire, we know how to feed our little tribe, things are good. Let's start making grass sculptures.
Well, the minute you start grouping people together, right?
I think it comes back first in fashion. I think it's, you're right. Everything comes back in a form of like everything. The art comes in a form of function first, and then
exactly. I would think it would come back in as identifying oneself, right? So if we're in a society that kind of fell, and we're not so concerned with skin color, right? This is just great idea. If we're concerned with like ethnic biodiversity, like we're looking at people like, I want to hang out with all the tall people, I'm going to hang out with all the smart people, I'm going to hang out with all these strong people. Actually, let's take a little bit of all of this. I think that art would come into fashion, just like how you said, just by like signifying like who belongs where, right? Like, this is my tribe, these are my people, this is the color we represent, or this represents that I'm a fucking geologist, or I'm somebody who's important that helps out. I think that's where it comes in.
So I'll just like crochet a sash that says bootylicious to represent my tribe, the bootylicious people.
You all get velour. You all get velour pants. You all get velour pants.
We just steal from every rainbow nationwide.
Are they still open?
Rainbow.
Are they
still open? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Rainbow's still a thing. I'm pretty sure if there's going to be bootylicious merch anywhere, it's got to be a rainbow. A rainbow
Shout
for
out to
every
my
21.
wife. Joni worked as a manager at Rainbow for like 3 weeks. That shit was hell to her.
That's insane because she's white, and I've never seen a white person in a rainbow on the same street. Brother in the store.
But Joni, you know who Joni is. She's cool as hell. They'll put her anywhere, like, and she's good at that kind of stuff. Like, she was a manager for Perfumania. You know where they put her in? Flatbush, a brand new store in Flatbush. So for the viewers who don't understand this, like, and this is like 9 years ago, so it's a little weird at this time. Like, Flatbush isn't as gentrified. I'm not sure if it's gentrified at all now, but it was really it was the last bastion. It was the last bastion. It was very black and very old school New York City black, because you had a CD man, you had a shea butter man, you had the resident crazy person who would strip down butt naked and just walk around, and people would just like try to have to ignore. And Joni worked at that store. Like, she was dealing with shrink, which is like if you've ever been to a Perfumania store, all the shit is on the fucking wall. So like, how is there like people stealing shit? Like, it was she was like telling me like she'd like break out a sample for somebody, and they'd be like, hey, can I get that? And then they just run out the store with the other one, and she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna chase after you. Like, what do you expect me? I'm not running for Perfumania. Like,
she was like the third gentrifier. Wow, that's like you're like an original gentrifier. Gentrifier number 6
closed. Perfumania permanently closed right after Joni decided to leave. Literally,
is that a store that still exists? I don't think that store still exists anymore.
It doesn't. It went bankrupt, filed for Chapter 11, and I think they had to like make just like kiosk stores, which I think was like the inception of the brand. So, I mean, literally, that was like the retail slaughter. the retail slaughter, like because it had to get rid of all this bloat of who the fuck needs a boutique place for fragrance, and not even discounted fragrance, like regular, more expensive fragrance. Like I'm not even getting a gift. I'm going to Macy's, literally across the street. That's what was happening to her. People would be like, why am I going to spend like $75 for this one cologne, get nothing? But I go across the street, spend $50. I'll go away with a Nautica towel. Bro, those are fire. I'm not gonna front. I love those gifts. Yo, hit me up with all those gifts. The 90s were prime for those gifts. Yo, I think did I imagine this? I think there was a brand that was giving weed as a gift. I don't know. I think I'm making that up.
I think that's a dream, bro.
That's a dream, right?
I think you're entirely too high.
Nah.
Although I did shout out to for anyone in Detroit who listens, shout out to Trumbleplex. I think it's spelled TRUMBULLPLEX. It's just kind of like an art space that it's like just a empty kind of like warehouse where kids kind of like throw rap shows, and I ended up there like a couple of weeks ago for literally no reason. Like I was just like,
that's nice.
I walked in and they were like, oh, just donate, whatever you want to get in. And I was like, cool. I donated $5, and they're like, do you want a free pre-roll? And I was like, wow, that is a lot. No, thank you. I was like, no, thank you, but I appreciate the
customer service.
The offer.
That's customer service.
This place is like run by 20-year-olds, and they're just giving out free weed. I mean, it's very illegal here in Michigan, but
I mean,
shout out to the kids doing stuff. Watched a couple of Ghetto Tech DJs. Got weird.
Yo, throwing together a makeshift party in your early teens. I don't think there's anything that's more canon defining.
No, that is super canon. I was actually discussing one of those moments with
those moments are crazy. Dude. Think about we were both at parties together a lot. Like, you remember the Fran parties? He's far removed from us that this is not like a hindering on his privacy. The Fran parties were legendary. He was just a rich, pretty well off kid who lived in the Bronx and then lived in Brooklyn, and before the gentrifiers got to the place, so he made the place that became hip just by throwing these fucking crazy ass parties. I remember a mutual friend of ours stopping by with a case of King Cobras, debauchery, not good things were happening, children were vomiting, alcohol poisoning, people were not doing nice things to each other.
Dude, how do we how do we even know to do that as children? Because there's there's kind of a part of your adolescence where being with your friends is just being with your friends, and then there's party, and then and then your brain inspires thoughts of debauchery and drinking and sex. But where does that come from? Where do we get that from?
I know
one apple spoils the bunch.
Not at parties.
It's literally just
not at parties every day. I went to school from middle school. I'm going to say, so elementary school ended for me in the 5th grade. So I want to say 5th grade until the end of my academic career. Every day at school, I was trying to figure out a way to rub my dick on something. So when a party came up...
See, I thought you were going to say you were pretty innocent.
When the party came up, it was all right, now this is the actual time where I'm supposed to be trying to rub my dick on something, so now it's allowed. Needless to say, there was no dick on anything that entire...
there was for us
lifetime.
Back in the day. I'm just saying,
you guys,
bro.
I'm a virgin, so...
I got no...
Oh, no.
You were the whore in high school. I got no pussy. We discussed this.
I was a Huey. And once I graduated high school, it's the early 2000s. We've got Dutty Wine on the radio. We've got Sean Paul going wild. Ass was grinding on crotch.
You know what I want to know too?
Was a thing. When we saw the
and
video.
That's another thing too. Where do girls get that from, bro? Because I remember growing up, going to parties and dancing. I was just following the lead of the girl, and that's how I learned. But dude, I remember I went to this one party. Bro. So one of my boys, shout out to my nigga Igor, right?
Shout out to Igor.
We were friends in middle school, and he was this skinny, tiny little Russian Jewish boy. And then 14 years old, we both got into working out, and he was still short, but he was he came into himself. He was six-packed up. He still looks like that. And he's like a surgeon now, or a surgical physician, whatever. My boy. Anyways, you know, he decides to throw a cut party in his, you know, parents' one-bedroom apartment. He shares a room with his sister in this apartment, and that room is the living room, right? These are very poor Russian Jewish people. So he decides, let's throw a cut party. It's me, him, and just, I feel like we were like 14, 15, so everyone just kind of went there, right? Like everyone just like, we don't know what we're doing here, but we're gonna go here. And then, you know, Igor cuts the lights off. He puts on like a little disco ball type deal with the lights, turns on some Sean Paul, and like the girls are dancing. But the girls aren't just like, it's not like some awkward like boys on one side of the room, girls on the other. No, we don't have that option. This is again, this humping. Is one bedroom in fucking Queens. Like this is not.
You got a wet spot on your jeans. You got a wet spot on your jeans. We can't be a part
if we wanted to. So these girls start dancing, and I remember this one girl was on my shit, and I was, oh my god, I thought she was so fine. But like, she's this like dark skin, like I don't know what she was. I think she was Dominican, and like she's grinding on my shit, and like she's doing the move where she got her arm. She's grinding on me, and she got her arm wrapped around my neck. Like, I'm like, how do you know this? Like, when I got older, I was like, how did this 15-year-old girl?
How did she know?
Why were you doing that? Why do you get that?
I'll solve it for you. Beanie Siegel. That's who. Sean Paul. That's who. Elephant Man. That's who. Those videos were teaching all of us how to act like grown people at like 16. Grind, like literally, bro, when a girl leaves her fucking hip hugger jeans tight as fuck up her crotch, and she leaves a wet stain on your knee because she was grinding all over you because she has no idea what you're doing, bro. Like peak high school.
But dude, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something about this moment, this grind moment? Let me just tell you how the innocence that was happening, bro. Me and this kid, like I said, we were besties, right? I remember like one of our pinnacle moments, maybe like earlier that year, bro. We discovered how to like make like Gundams out of pipe cleaners. We made like we would take pipe cleaners of different colors and like wrap them up and like make like figurines with them. And this girl's grinding on me. One of his pipe cleaner figurines is 2 feet away. Like, that's nutty.
We didn't came a long way, man.
Honestly,
like we were just making little, and that's because we couldn't afford the Gundam figures. I had one that I bought with like my job years later, but like. And when we figured out how to combine those with Legos, so we incorporated Legos and pipe cleaners to make like Gundam models.
Okay,
and
so you're definitely a part of this society.
Yeah, we're 4 weeks ago this is happening.
You're a part of our society.
And now this dark-skinned Dominican with like blonde and black highlights in her hair with one of those tops where it's like a top and then like there's a triangle thing right here and her stomach's out is grinding on my shit. How did that happen? My jeans, blue jeans on the wall, rubbing. The parents come home like later in the day after everyone's already gone. They don't even notice the blue stains in the wall because they both work as like EMTs and they're tired, bro.
Burnt out, bro. Us taking advantage of good parents is a time old tradition. Kids taking advantage of their good parents is just, it's even the bad ones deserve it even more, but the good ones, it's mad funny. It's always like crazy shit like that. It's like, yeah, they never noticed. Like I remember one time my mom caught me, like I could never get away with shit, right? There was never like no cut party at my house. I had like 2 girls over there one time, and like I was boyfriend to one of them and somebody else was boyfriend to the other, and we were making out, and I had made out a plate. I had made plates for everybody to eat, right? Like just because, you know, I'm a nice host. Like who doesn't want a little food? It's lunchtime. My mom counted the fucking paper plates, and she was like, there was 4 people here. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you plates? Bro, let me live. Let me be a little bad, bro. Like you gotta like count the plates. She's like, there's 4 missing. And she's like looking at the trash can, and she's like, they are. Like, you were out of school today, weren't you, fucker? Who else was here? And you're just like, God damn.
Like, damn, I fed 3 of my friends.
Life is ruined.
I'm glad we're the parents that get to like talk to other parents, because like you remember our parents didn't have friends, they didn't have social media, so, and if they did have friends, they were just as crazy as them.
Just as crazy, yes.
That get to have friends, because like the way I like It's so weird to me when my baby moms will say something about like my teacher, my kid gets like good grades, whatever, but she's not really at the time that would affect her. But like if a teacher were to say something about my kid, I would literally look that teacher in the eyes and be like, you make $40,000 a year, shut the fuck up. Like my kid could fucking start a TikTok right now and make more money than you. Be quiet. I don't care about your opinions. Shout out to the teachers though, but I'm just saying.
Are you shaming teachers?
Our generation,
you a bitch ass nigga for that, bro. You a bitch ass nigga for that.
No, but our generation, we had bad teachers,
just like that.
At the same time, they do deserve a little bit of hand sometimes. Sometimes
teachers do deserve a big hand, but there were teachers I had that were bad teachers that didn't like students and would say the worst shit, and our parents would just run with it. And I'm like, yo, my teacher is lying, and our moms would just be like, no, you're fucking making that up. Da, 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 da. Like I had a teacher, I had to beat his ass because he failed me for being smarter than him. I'm dead ass with you. I was smarter than him. I would correct him all the time because I watched Bill fucking Nye. Yeah, and I chased him down. Everyone who copied off me passed, and I chased him down when we got our report card.
Wow.
Yep, I'd make it personal. We'd have a deaf card together.
But then I told my mom this, and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm telling you, like nowadays, if a teacher did that nowadays, all my mom would have to do is search the hashtag with Mr. Schwartz, and she would see all the other students being like, yo, this nigga's not real.
That's kind of Mr. Schwartz. Yo, the hashtag really does rat people out. If he it is not a joke. The minute people start making you a hashtag, life could be good or bad really quickly. Like I don't know if it's good though. If that happens, the full hashtag.
No,
Searchable.
So I'm saying, shout out to the teachers though. You're doing a lot better than the teachers of our generation, especially the New York teachers of our generation, because New York had terrible public education. I'll be wondering why some of our friends are so stupid, and I'm like, I can't blame them. I can't blame them for being dumb.
They're stupider elsewhere.
Some dumb friends, bro.
I promise you, they're dumber elsewhere. Like there's a lot of dumb out there. There's
Yeah, but like to be dumb in like Des Moines, Iowa is fine, but like to be dumb in like New York City is like the most culturally rich, culturally rich and diverse place in the fucking world, and to be dumb there, that was the system working against you. It worked hard too. You know what I mean?
Really
of course
hard.
You're gonna be dumb in fucking like Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Who the fuck? What do you need to be smart there for? Be an Uber driver and get a fucking a 2-bedroom apartment for $4 a month. You
get a cow.
Maybe
and you make protein powder.
Maybe in like Heathersburg. Heathersburg, is it? There's somewhere with an H in Pennsylvania. That's like the middle of nowhere.
Pennsylvania.
Honesdale. You could be dumb in Honesdale. You don't need to be smart.
You could be dumb as rocks in Honesdale, bro. Yo, I have no shame to shit on that town. Honesdale is there's definitely something in the water over there. It's some very dumb people. Like I mean, like slack job, like Mountain Dew drinking, like burnt out fucking life people, like just Walmartians, like real ones, true ones. They live there.
Dude, I mean, there's really all of Pennsylvania. Like Pennsylvania, honestly, Pennsylvania is Pittsburgh all the way to the west and Philly all the way to the east. I don't know if you've ever like driven through that. There is nothing in the middle.
There really isn't.
The whole middle. There's like State College, and that's about it. There's one college town, and there is nothing for the entire state. You could buy a house. You could be a Perfume Mania manager and buy a house. Like, that's all you need. You need to be smart there. But like in New York City, to be dumb, like that is there was a concerted effort to harm you, and we know that effort. That was redlining. They took the money out of the schools because of racist, and then they sent us to those schools. We had to leave New York and experience life other places to like gain the insights we have now. But I think if I stayed in New York my entire life, I'd be very stupid.
It's easy, because like I think, even what like I was talking about earlier, like learning how to do those things were not like realistic to do, like in New York City. Like you can't buy a house. You cannot buy a house in New York. You can't You can't be on a fire escape smoking a fucking pulled pork a pork shoulder for 8-9 hours. You would piss off people. Like you would probably get a really big fine from the city. Like you can't pull that in a house. Like you nuts. Like it's just. You just don't get to learn these things. And in the same turn, the city provides other skills, just like those skills are very replicable in a lot of ways. Like, I think that's what people don't understand. Like, you can definitely replicate a lot of those skills in other places if you know how to do it. Like, I don't know, like map reading is something that comes very natural to New Yorkers, I think. Like, they just look at subways maps and they understand.
I will say, though, I do love my city, and I'm waiting for another, like, semi-apocalyptic event, COVID style, where the white people leave and go back to Des Moines, because free it up. I should have moved. I mean, there was like a brief period where a brief period where rent dropped because like it dropped so like, and I just didn't go back in that time, but because it was like still like lockdown. It was like a brief period where it was like, I know you can't move in here because COVID, but like if you want to.
It's
we can do like 900. We can do $1,000 for this one bedroom in fucking Queens if you want to risk it for the biscuit. I'll bring it with a bottle of Clorox and 2 masks if you want to do
it. We can do a DocuSign. We don't even got to do it in person no more.
Right?
Don't worry about it. DocuSign. We could just do a video chat. Be like, all right, you look good.
No background check. That's what I should have got in there, but I'm waiting for another event like that because New York's just crowded enough.
That don't do background checks. God bless those people because those are the real like lifeblood of this society. Y'all are taking advantage of poor people, but y'all letting poor people get on the bus anyway. I'm just saying, I get it.
Oh yeah, I remember my first apartment I got. I was in PA, which by the way, that shit was $500 a month for a 3-bedroom. Oh my god. 2010? 2009?
That's
crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it was. I walked in there. I literally saw the ad on Craigslist. I walked in, and I called. First of all, I called the guy, and he was like, "You can go see it whenever. Anytime you want. Doors open." I was like, "Okay." So I was in the neighborhood. This is Pittston, Pennsylvania. So
yeah.
There's a reason it was $500 a month. But I go in there. It's a nice little spot. It wasn't like the prettiest thing in the world, but wasn't not bad at all. I call him back, and I'm like, yeah, I want it. He's like, all right, it's yours. I'll come back with the key tomorrow. Have the deposit.
Shout out to that, bro.
Never met the landlord. I lived there for like 3 years. I never met this man.
Wonderful. We need those people. New York City needs those people back, bro, because that's the thing. We don't need verified incomes. Stop talking about somebody doing 20 times their fucking rent, you fucking psychopath. Let people fucking live. They'll pay the rent. They'll skip out on other bills. Just let them live, bro, because you're... Listen. Just, you know what? Don't get financial advice from me. But still, let people live. We all need homes.
They're doing it kind of. Some landlord asked me the other day because I'm looking for a new spot, and he's like, "Oh, do you make 3 times the rent?" I was like, "Nah, I'm like $100 shy." He's like, "You're good." but I told him I was like, "Yeah, I want to move in like August," and he was like, "I'm trying to get it out before then, but like if you still need a place in like August, let me know." He's like, "If I haven't moved it by then." But I was like, "Do I make 3 times the rent?" Absolutely not. And he's like, "That's fine."
I don't care. Yeah, you know.
He's like, "Do you have a pay stub?" And I was like, "No," because I just wanted to see how far I could push it at that point. And he was like, "It's fine."
Yeah, he's like, just walk in. Can I fuck your wife? Yeah, I don't mind. I'll watch. Like,
I wet it for you, dog. So, yeah, sure.
Actually,
spits on his wife.
He just starts fluffing you. Like, bro, I got you. Don't worry about it. I get it. It's a little hard. It's nervous. It's nerve-wracking. I want you to be comfortable in the house. It's not really, yours yet, so don't worry about it. We're going to make it feel like it's yours. Thank you for being our bull. And now you're in a semi-relationship where you're somebody's bull. I think that could happen to you really, really quickly, Sasha. Like in 10 minutes. Like today. Like the minute we get off this.
I can cuck some guy. I believe that too about me. It's not something.
You in seconds, off the market, immediately.
Oh, my energy arouses white men. Yeah, for sure. I'm 100% sure that like a third of the white men I've seen in my life want me to fuck their wife. I'm positive. There's no way. You see me, you're just like, Because like sometimes white guys stare at me like a little too long, and I'm like, I know you're not gay, so what is it? And then I see the ring in their hand, and I go, okay, that's what it is. Want me to plow your chick?
Shit.
You want me to stretch out your broad?
Wow. You know what? That's where we'll end the pod. Because that was crazy. You know what? I believe every second. And it's amazing. You know, I never thought about that for you. I'm actually happy for you. I'm so happy for you to have that.
I don't want that for me. It's never going to happen unless I'm getting compensated a fuckload.
You will get compensated a fuckload.
Like hundreds of thousands.
A load of
like I don't want to I want to quit my job tomorrow.
Sure, I get it. The sponsorship alone will get you to quit. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna end it with this. It has been a National Meat Treasure. We release episodes every Thursday, and we usually do it before you wake up. So tune in, comment, drop a give us a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you check back in because we are pumping out a lot of episodes. We're appreciating everybody that comments on there. It's fun to see people just engage in their own way, figure it out. We like it. You know, if you got to send us a carrier pigeon or you got to comment on Facebook, you do it. Don't worry.
Do it.
I'll redo it.
And follow me at bootylicious. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at thin.cruel.lips, and follow the pod at National Meat Treasure on TikTok and Instagram, and at NMT Pod on Facebook. That's really all I got. I'm going to say. And if you are in the North Jersey area or even Queens, and you know somebody renting out something that's like $1,200 and not a basement studio, please let me know. I know it's a hard ask.
That's somebody's room.
Well, yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Or if you just got a job that pays me $80K, you know, we'll figure it out after that.
Yeah,
I will fuck your wife for that.
I will fuck your wife for that.
If you're looking for some help,
hung bull. You got Sasha on the line immediately, bro.
Yeah,
I'll be your six-figure BBC.
If you're looking for some help handling your wife, hit my man up. He's got a long resume
because he's also packing.
No,
he does have a really girthy cock. Hit him up.
Don't hit me up because I'm gonna show your wife how to make beats, and you don't want that. No, you don't want that because then she'll never stop talking to you about hi-hat automation, and then you're gonna be mad at me because she has harder 808s than you, and that's not my fault. So
what a bar.
You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Saint Thrillah, and check out 303 BAM's music on all streaming platforms. And
okay. I'm glad you decided with that last one. It's been the National Meat Treasure. See ya.
Man, I'm on this 303 baby timing, man. Hey, yo, Thrillah, man, what we doing, gang? Hunters coming and make sure that paper going all around. I ain't trying to hit